And this week has been no different. We have a birthday with Prince George, who celebrates his 10th birthday today, and a new photograph has been released showcasing a smiling Prince George sat at the steps at Windsor. Well, who better to delve into all things royal than royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela, she joins me live now. Angela, oh God, same colour. Snap, snap. Talk to me, Angela. What do you think about this? It's lovely.
Talking about it, we just got the same colour. Very sweet.
Snap. So start me off then. Should we start with Prince George?
Yes, Prince George. I mean, 10, I think, is a very important age when you're a child. You've suddenly got the two numbers there and you feel almost quite grown up. I know loads of kids who, when they get to 10, they think they're teenagers and probably behave a bit like them. But I think what's nice about Prince George is that he's getting much more relaxed and not so shy. I think sitting here the way he is with his legs, he's got long legs, he's got a relaxed smile, he looks jolly happy, and I think that's a huge credit to his parents because it's hard, you know, bringing up a king is not future king is no easy matter, and I think the way they've done it and slowly bring him increasingly to meet people, both when sad things, when he's lost his great-grandmother, and also very happy things when he's watching Wimbledon or a football match, and he can hug and kiss his parents for all his might if his team wins. So I think he's doing jolly well, and he's also got the tremendous support of his sister, who is absolutely extraordinary young girl, I think. Apparently, her mother, Princess Catherine, is a little concerned that she's becoming a sort of stylist for children. And she wore these pink sunglasses at Wimbledon, and apparently the percentage went up by 350% because everybody wants to look a bit like Charlotte. And her clothes as well, the dress that she wore, it was completely out of everybody had bought it by the end of the day. So, I think she's very strong-minded, and she's often telling him what to do.
Yes.
And I think, though, it's a very positive relationship.
Now, what about Harry's book, Spare? Loads of them have been found spare.
Yes.
People have dumped them on summer holidays and things.
Yeah, well, this is very interesting because the first day of it, 1.4 million copies were sold. But now most of them are thrown out. I mean, in Spain, Greece and Turkey, they've had loads left in the room or thrown in the dustbin. I think people now find it really very unpleasant to read. But it's also very interesting because possibly the publisher produced thousands and thousands of more books than actually have been sold or wanted. Shopkeepers also don't know what to do with them because they were sent masses of copies and nobody's buying them anymore. And I think that refers very much to what people think about Harry and Meghan nowadays. This, for goodness sake, stop moaning attitude.
I think it's funny, the title now reflects the predicament of the book. There's loads of them spare. And what about Harry?
I mean, if Meghan ever produces hers, I mean, it's also going to be full of whining and moaning. And I think, a few people like us who'd have to do it for work, but I think people won't want to know anymore.
No, I don't think anyone's interested. But you mentioned Meghan. Didn't they both try to hitch a ride with President Joe Biden following the Queen Elizabeth?
This is breathtaking, actually. After the funeral for Her Majesty the Queen, they asked Joe Biden if they could have if they would take them in his plane, in his special plane, to America. And the answer came back straight away, no. And apparently they asked several times, but they're not successful in their own right to do something in America. They've got no power there. Harry is an ex now, and Meghan hasn't got anywhere. A lot of mouths, but really nothing. And so Harry tried very hard to get Jill, the president's wife, to come to the Invictus Games, and she also said no because she didn't didn't want to upset the royal family. And I think it's come as a real shock to them that the royal family is much loved and much more important than they are. I mean, Meghan thinks she's a power player in Hollywood, or going to be one. Now she could get on her own without her husband there. But I think it's just not true. And I think more time that passes, people are going to criticise them and don't want to know. They're no longer important.